What's going on? Good morning, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking on the project of removing the front bumper and the back bumper, and we're going to be Raptor lining them black. So basically I have some prep stuff. If we get around to it, these might come off and get painted too today. But I have some trim paint for down here. These are going to go red, and then obviously the bumper is going to be black along with the back bumper. So basically we're going to hop right into that. I got some other stuff I'm going to do today during the process of while everything's drying and such, but we're going to go ahead and pull the front bumper off now just because I know how to get that one off and it's fairly easy, and then we'll worry about the back one and so on from there. In a little bit here, we got one bolt left on the bottom side right here. I just put some penetrating fluid on it, but you know, we got to get to the necessity. We got to open up the bang for today's video. Bang is cotton candy. Great one. I'm a kind of a bang enthusiast, if you ask me. Tried just about every damn flavor there is. Cotton candy's a solid one. I'm gonna get this last bolt off and we'll get this bumper out of here. Update now. I don't even know how long it's been, honestly. It got hot out here. I lost the jeans. We were rocking shorts under it anyway. These are taped off and getting painted with vinyl paint now, so that actually will, you know, cure and look good. Two of the bolts on each side are done here. I'm waiting on my mom to come back with the piece from my dad who has the lock for the angle grinder, because the angle grinder needs a special locking washer and he somehow had it with the angle grinder here. So I need that because I have to cut those bolts off and I'm gonna have to buy new bolts for that anyway. Those bolts were all rusted, and yeah, that's basically where we're at with that. So I just took the angle grinder and we cleaned off these because these are gonna be painted red to match the truck. So I started with that, and the angle grinder died, so I have the battery charging now. The front bumper is off over here. I might start disassembling stuff because it's all got to come apart, and you know, certain stuff's gonna get painted certain colors and blah blah blah. That's how that works. Over here, this is 2 coats on the front door, 1 coat on the back door. I'll probably hit another one on the front and then 2 more on the back, and then it'll be done. And then I'll hop over to the other side and do that, and then be done with the interior, and we'll be able to move on to something else. So I'm gonna continue doing that and I'll come back. Little update. We're on lunch break right now, you know, in typical mechanic fashion. We gotta take our hour lunch break in the middle of the job. But you can see our horn right there is pretty sanded down. We just got a little bit more work to do on that. The inside, I'm about to go throw another layer down on the passenger side now. I think the driver's side is good. I'm gonna go over with a flashlight real quick and just check out any spots if I missed any. And then we should be good with that, and I'll close these doors and let that start drying. This stuff should be dry in about an hour to touch, and then, you know, it'll end up curing itself over time. Passenger side's got like 2 more coats to go, and then we might get to around to touching this, but I got my angle grinder pieces here, so we're gonna go ahead and probably chop those 4 bolts off the back side, and you know, once we've chopped those, we can start pulling that bumper off, and then I'm gonna have to go to this Harbor Freight or whatever and find some nuts and bolts that'll fit that size. So yeah, we'll come back once we got something a little bit more to do. Skipped ahead quite a long way now. I've got the bumper apart, so we got this bottom valance off, and that has 3 coats of the bumper and trim paint on it. Skipping ahead from there, we took out some more interior pieces and painted that. So that's the rear cup holders. Here's the bumper with the fog lights and everything taken out of it. I was just letting it dry, so I'm probably gonna start sanding this here pretty soon. We'll get that up over there and we'll bring that out here to dry. Doors are coming along. They should be pretty dry here pretty soon. We put some more primer down there because that was a rusty mess. So that should be taking care of itself. These should be pretty dry here in a little while. Here's our mess in the center. Getting painted, just got painted. Getting painted, this attaches to the other piece. Coming back here, we were waiting for my dad to come home because there are 4 bolts up yonder. There's 2 there and 2 there that are stuck, in the piece that holds them is broken. So we gotta let that kind of do on its own thing. Over here, that's done. My dad needs to bring the Dremel, so that's what we're waiting for. Waiting for that to dry. Another painted piece. I'm thinking about painting that, but that'd obviously be a different day because that's a whole thing. It's a lot of work. So that's where we're at now. We come over here. There's the centerpiece. It's got painted, letting that dry. And our horns are looking good. They need one more set of clear, and then the horns will be done, and basically we'll just let those cure. They'll cure overnight. I'm not going to touch them. And then hopefully my dad gets that rear bumper off for us tonight, and we'll probably be out here pretty late. We'll get sanding that. And yeah, then, you know, hopefully we get some bedliner down tonight. I'd hope that's the plan, because then I can let it cure all day, all overnight, and then, you know, probably not put it on tomorrow, just let them cure a little bit longer, and then put them on either tomorrow night or the next day. So, you know, that's where we're at now. I'll come back once I've gotten something done, or I've got something to show you. The trim pieces are back inside the truck, and I just closed all the doors on it, so hopefully like the heat just stays in there and kind of just cooks all that paint and cleans that up. But I've been going at this bumper for a little while now, trying to sand it out, and it's just a lot of work, so I'm just taking a break right now. I'm sitting down because I have not been sitting down much, and I'm drinking some water because I should be really hydrating and, you know, staying up on myself right now. But yeah, basically I'm waiting on Jake. I think he's gonna stop by, but I don't know. The lower valence over there is just about done. It's just curing now. It's got its 2 coats of clear on it, so it's just kind of sitting. The horns are done. Those are kind of just sitting. So really I'm just waiting on this, and then waiting on my dad to come home so we can hopefully get that rear bumper off, because then I gotta take the black cap off of that and then, you know, sand that one down. And that one's a lot worse than this one is, because that one's got a lot of rust on the bottom side of it. So I'm gonna be doing that. I think I'm going to be throwing some black paint on the back side of this bumper, just because some of it was a little bit rusty, so I wire wheeled it off. And, you know, I just want to keep it as protected as I can. So that's where we're at now. Probably going to finish up sanding this here pretty soon, and then I'll come back and show you guys what it looks like. Well, we are on delay now. It has started to downpour. Jacob is here, drinking as usual. Bumper is sanded with some Bondo on it, but the back bumper is one of 4 bolts now, slowly but surely. We are getting smoked. Look at the size of these. Oh my God, look at that. Oh no! My tow hooks! We are under fire. Bro, what? We are getting smoked. Well, we pulled the fender flares off, and you can see there's a missing corner there, but they are sitting over there, and Jeff's here. He showed up a little while ago after the whole fucking hail epidemic. So yeah, that's basically where we're at. Fender flares are off. We ain't got nothing else to do tonight because I can't get the rear bumper off till I get a nut splitter. So once I do that, we'll have the rear bumper off probably tomorrow morning, and then should be good to start bed lining after I sand it down, and yeah, I'll come back in the morning. At it the next morning. My back is extremely sore for some reason, but yeah, we're gonna go take a look around real quick. Fender flares are sitting over there. I sanded them down a little bit yesterday, but you know, we're gonna have that to fix later. The rest of the fender's pretty solid. Come over here. This one's obviously the one that's needed the most work. That's gonna need to be saved. We picked up a creeper just now because we went and bought a nut splitter too. This one is gonna need some help all the way around. And this bottom corner, at least it's stable and it's not all gone. But yeah, that's where we're at with that. So all 4 of them are gonna need some work. But I'm gonna hopefully get this rear bumper off now, and we'll go from there. So I bought a nut splitter. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna try to split the nuts. For some reason, this thing just stopped working. You know, it was threading in and out perfectly fine. I used it a couple times. I'll show you guys what we're dealing with here, right up here. And then it just stopped working. So I went ahead and I used the angle grinder and I cut here and along here. And now we're just trying to get at this bolt now. And I'm basically thinking I'm just gonna hack all the way around this thing with the angle grinder and just try to fucking slice the bolt, because this bolt buster isn't working anymore, so I don't really know what to do. I'm gonna come up with a game plan, and then I'm gonna start on that. And I've been sanding this quarter panel over here. We'll show you guys that in a little bit, because I got some different stuff we're gonna do this time around on it. So I'll come back once I've done something. Today's video, we got Star Blast Bang quality again. So I think what we're gonna do is I'm gonna try to mess around with that tool some more. If I can't get that tool to work, I'm probably just gonna go buy another one, because that thing's gonna be my best bet. But I'm not gonna buy the same one, because I'm gonna go return this one actually, because it's a piece of junk. And then we'll go somewhere else and get that. Here's what this quarter panel's looking like. We're making some work. I am going to show this crack here, because I have panel bond that is gonna go in there, and then we'll fiberglass over that. I got short strand fiberglass, which is going to be used for that corner too, because that corner is basically non-existent. We're just going to run it like that for a couple days probably. I'm not going to touch it yet, but yeah, that's where we're at with this one. So my main concern is just this quarter panel and that rear bumper right now, and besides that, I'm not going to worry about anything else today. We'll drive around with no bumpers on. I don't really care, but yeah, that's where we're at. So I'm going to go ahead, continue working, mess around with this tool, see if I can get it to work. If not, going to buy another one, and I'll be back. It's been a while since I've checked back in. I went and I got a new bolt splitter. It's not strong enough to break the bolts. So basically I've just been cutting more angle grinding spots and just going at the bolt with the angle grinder. It's not really working too well, but I'm trying, and you know, that's basically all I can do. So at this point I have basically this other bolt is almost off. I'm just giving the tools time to cool down a little bit, because I've been burning the hell out of them. So I'm letting that happen, and then, you know, hopefully I'll be able to come to the other side and do the same thing, just start cutting. But this is what we're looking like here. This stuff should be, it's not drying really, but it should be dry by now. It's not though, so I don't know. I might have to take some more and mix it up a little bit and put some on there, so I might go ahead and do that now. I showed you under here a whole lot, but here is where I just finished cutting off the second one. You can see the kind of mess we were dealing with here. My dad cut that top one off, I got that one. So now we are coming over here and starting the same thing here, and that's what we're dealing with. I cut the flap out already, and then this ground is in the way, but I can't actually get rid of it, so it's gonna have to just stay out the way, I guess, without cutting it, hopefully. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting at this bolt, and hopefully we can get through it. I'm gonna set you guys up on a time lapse, I think. Bolt number 3 is off. It is a little messed up. Let's see if I can hit it through. There she goes. So that one is done. Now on to the last one, which is right above it, which is a problem because there's a ground wire right above that. And yeah, so I'm gonna figure out how to do that one. My dad is going to Dremel it most likely, so I don't know how I'm going to really figure that out. But I'm going to start trying to nut buster it and see if I can break it a little bit and just help him out, but no promises. As well, as you can see, my dad was successful at getting the bumper off here, so we're going to go ahead and head in the garage where he has it set up here, obviously. And basically, we're going to start pulling stuff off of it, get the black step off it, and start sanding it. We'll get it up on the seats over there, and we'll get to work. So I'm gonna get it all set up and I'll come back. Well guys, the bumper was actually a lot worse than I thought. I already went one pass on the sander here and tried to get a good amount taken off. I'm gonna work on going and getting the keys for this, hopefully getting this off. This thing's been locked on there though, so I might end up cutting it off. And then I'm going to work on getting the heat gun, and I'm going to try to take off this black step because it's known for breaking. So you got all these little clips down here that you got to pop. So I think my best bet is to heat them up and then try to press them and push them out, and we'll see how that works. But no promises. It might stay on. I really hope it doesn't, because I want to get under there and fix anything that's behind it. But I got food in the oven right now, so once that is done, I'm gonna go inside, eat, and then probably come back out here, and we'll probably be out here for a good while, get some work done, and you know, we'll see where it takes us. Going on 12:30 now. We've made quite the headway on this. As you can see, the bed cap is off, so that is over here. I'm gonna get this painted black probably before tonight's over. We're gonna sand that down and throw all the black on that. I basically been going through where all the paint was chipping, getting all the rust out of the areas it was at. I'm gonna hit like this spot a little bit more, and then, you know, we got to work our way down. And so on this side's not that bad, and then, you know, we'll work around the edges here just to get some, you know, stuff cleared, and then I'll hit it back with the sandpaper once all that stuff's out of the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up with that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull these out just because I don't want to get that ruined. There's another one over there, but the other two are connected here, so I'm gonna go do that now. O'clock now. The bumper is for the most part taken care of. I'm just gonna have to go through on like edges and such, like around that, and hit it with the 80 grit a little bit more, and then that will be golden. That'll be ready for in the morning. I'm waiting for this to air out a little bit. You can see it's a little smoky. I just sanded this down with 400 grit. I'm gonna throw some primer on it, and then we're gonna throw some black paint on it before the night is over, and I will head inside and let that cure for the night. That way, you know, that's done way before the bed liner on this will be dry, and we'll be good to go to put it back together. So that's where we're gonna go now. All right, guys, it's 1:30. I'm signing out for the night. This is where we are leaving it. This is all painted in black. I'm gonna leave that for the night to cure. It'll get clear coated in the morning. I'll put it out in the sun. It'll get done. This is basically all sanded down. Just got those little spots I gotta hit here and there. Then we'll start taping that up. This one's gonna get taped up a little bit more. I'm gonna fix some of this because it's gotten messed up in the process. And then basically we're gonna start primering and shooting and going from there. Fender flares are gonna get sprayed with the bed liner, so I'm gonna set this whole thing will get reorganized, and we'll get it set up to spray bed liner after I sweep it all out and clean it tomorrow. Let it air out, and that's basically where we're gonna go from now. So I will see you guys in the morning. Now the next morning, this video is probably gonna be a little long, not gonna lie, but this is what I wake up to looking at. Obviously there's gonna be some body work that needs to be fixed on these, on the truck itself too. There's plenty of it. Panel bond drying, corner non-existent, so on. This is what I'm worried with today. Oh, as I dropped my phone. There we go. This is what we're looking at. First things first, I'm going to get things rearranged here. I'm gonna clear coat that bed cap, and then that is gonna come outside and dry somewhere on the table probably. I just need that out of here while I'm painting. I don't want to ruin anything else. So that and the valence will come out and they'll get covered. I'll clean up my tables. I'll sort everything. We'll sweep this place out, and then we will go ahead and get started. We'll finish sanding a little bit on these spots, and then I'm going to go ahead and clean everything out of here. And we're going to get to work on taping up and doing anything else we need. So I will come back once I have that. Coming down to the final countdown of when we're going to be actually able to start bed lining. I've started going ahead and cleaning stuff. I moved all of our accessories and such over there. The other stuff like our bumper cover, our valence, and fog lights and such is in the bed of the truck right now. So that stuff's curing out there on its own, away from whatever is about to go down in here. I just sprayed these mud flaps. I sanded them down. I figured everything else is going to be a nice rich black now. These might as well be matching. So I'm going to give them one more light coat, and then we'll go stick them out there on the park bench or something just to blow in the wind and let them dry off. But I'm not really worried about the paint job on those too much, as their job is to get ruined. But then basically I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start sweeping in here. We'll sweep, then we'll blow with the air compressor. We'll wipe everything down with denatured alcohol. And then, yeah, I'm going to start mixing up, and we're going to get ready to start shooting. So I'm pretty excited. We're going to have to tape off some stuff, and then we will get to work. So, yeah, stay tuned. All right, guys, what is going on? It's actually a lot later, probably about a week later from when this video was filmed. I'm actually going ahead and editing the video right now as it's right in front of me. But per usual, I didn't really put a ending to the video because I didn't know where exactly I was going to end it. So I'm actually going to be cutting this in between where the bumpers were sanded and where we started painting the new ones. So the painting will be in a different video itself. So that's where we're at with that. Everything is done on the truck now. Actually, I just wrapped it up tonight as it is Tuesday night. So that just gives you an idea of the timeline. But this is basically where we're going to end this video. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure you drop a like down below. Subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace.